my channel. Today it's a pleasure for me to introduce you a very special, a very unique and great conductor standing right here.
Hello.
And his name is Jaap van Zweden. I hope this was the right pronunciation.
It could not have been better.
Okay. And as you know, the name of this interview is Head or Heart. So this is always my signature question.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Head or heart?
Heart. Yes.
Short and great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go to the second question, and I had this really for the complete week on my mind to know. You played the violin, and you played it obviously pretty good because he was a first concertmaster of the great Concertgebouw Orchestra in Amsterdam.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I'm a bit sweaty because I was on my bike 5 minutes ago. And so you played the violin, and then you changed to conduct. So what was the inner heart decision, and what happened?
Well, what happened is that we were actually with the Concertgebouw in Berlin, and there Bernstein was conducting, and he was conducting First Symphony Mahler, and he wanted to go into the hall, and he said, Jaap, can you just conduct the first movement, and I will sit in the hall.
Just like this?
Just like that. And to be honest, I never conducted one note in my life. So I was really scared. And I said, Maestro, do you really want me to do this? And he said, yes, just do it.
Yeah.
And to say no to him was dangerous.
Of course.
No,
I mean, it's the maestro asking you.
Yeah.
And also there is a certain...
Absolutely. So I did. And he came back and he said, well, that was pretty bad. He said, but, I think that still I saw something there. A few moments that it felt like you were at home there.
Oh, but
Yes.
conducting. Okay.
Yeah, and so he said, take it seriously, start to take lessons, and start to see how you like it.
Okay.
And this is actually how it started. And bit by bit, I did more and more. And so I did some combination concerts, playing and conducting.
Okay.
And then finally, on one day, I said, okay, enough is enough. If I really want to take this really serious, then I should not touch my violin anymore.
You need to go only.
And, then I felt that, not taking the risk was the biggest risk, because you cannot just eat from, from both. I thought, and you started with the question, heart or head, and I followed my heart.
Okay.
Although, I think that the heart and the head should feed each other every day. But that moment was a feeling, and it was the heart who spoke to me.
That's the right decision. Yeah. And by the way, this is also, I love to tell all my students and everyone asking me for how to go in life as a musician, how to decide. And I always say this is the right way. You need to put everything on one card. There is this moment where you need to go only that way.
And interesting enough, in life there are many cards. But if there is a card that attracts you, and you want to give up a lot of things, because to give up Concertgebouw, to give up a really good and nice solo career was not so easy. But if you follow your heart, then everything is possible.
That's it. Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, another question is pretty simple, I figured out the right way to ask this question is: I give you exactly 1 second. What is your favorite dish? The second is gone.
I know. So my goulash.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm asking that way because I figured out where if you don't say this 1 second, then you start thinking, and there are many great dishes in this world.
Well, I had to choose between.
Well, what's popping up?
Well, I had to choose between Hungarian goulash and sole. I love also this fish.
Oh yeah.
Those two things, and I could not make up my mind. So I'm sorry for that.
No, don't be sorry. And another question is like, okay, what would you do is if you think, okay, no music anymore, it's completely different. Is there something you kind of could imagine?
Well, I love to play chess. I love to be at the sea, to be honest.
Okay.
I love
like sea. You mean?
Yeah, you know, being on the sea, swim and being on a little boat and enjoy. And the other thing is that we are running a foundation for autistic children.
Oh.
My wife and I, and
this is great.
We created a few houses already.
Okay.
And we have 38 music therapists working for us and with us. So we are helping a lot, actually, autistic children, and by doing this already now for 25 years, the result is that we have about 400 or 500 children working and living with us.
Okay.
And you know, the experience of that is that you know, whenever we go from this world, it is not actually what you got in life that you take with you, but what you give back.
Yeah.
And that's what you take with you, and that's, for me, it's a holy thing, very important.
So this is what you do already beside, but if you have the choice to do something different, like you would go to the sea, probably on the boat, fishing, whatever.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you need a second person to play chess same time.
Yeah.
Which might be hard if it's stormy.
I know.
but it's a great idea. Well, then we come to another point which always interests me from to hear from great personalities. Like, if you have imagine you have the chance, like you're maybe God or whatever, and what would be the idea to change or preserve the world? Is there any key idea? You know, like some say that people should read more, some say that people should laugh more, and what do you think would be?
Well, at this moment, you know, actually, what is very important, of course, is that this whole thing in Ukraine and Russia, the war, any war, by the way, is so. I'm sorry to say it like this, but it is so not of this time anymore. Yeah. It is not the time that we live in. It feels so old. Like, what are we doing? We have a mouth to talk with each other. We have a heart to understand each other, a brain to work together. I mean, what is wrong with the world in a way? So that would be my first thing. And then the second thing is that out of a musical aspect, I would love to have as much as possible music in the classes when the children are young.
Oh yeah, in schools, in kindergarten,
yes,
everywhere.
You know, So that would be my big wish. And then another one, if I would be God, is that handicapped people should and could be, in my opinion, more part of society than they are now.
Yeah.
So that is something I strongly believe in, and we should not only think about what are these people costing us, but actually what can they also add to us and add into the world.
And they do.
And they do. It's phenomenal. Course. I mean, it's fantastic. And so this is our experience. And those three are very important for me.
Okay, and thanks for this one. It's a great answer, by the way. I really love it. And another thing, completely different again, is like when you how do you charge your batteries? Or let's say when you stand up each day, day by day, like is there a certain ritual you do in the morning? Look, you know, like some people, they have coffee, some others, they need a specific thing to do and to charge the battery for whatever in life. Is there anything?
Yeah, for me, it is that every day I try to get up as a pupil and see what can I learn.
Yeah.
And not getting up and thinking I know everything, but actually open, for instance, with the score, open the score. And see what I can learn. And step into the family if I'm home and see what I can learn from my children and my grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren already. And so that is important. And of course, a cup of coffee would help with that.
That's great. It's always good, a bit of coffee.
Yes.
And but because you talk of children, also, is there any like it's again, let's say a second question, one second question, not a second question, is like there are these moments like sometimes we experience something in life which is so awesome, and each time we think about this, it gives us a certain feeling of warmth, and you know what I mean. Is there any moment, if you think, which is popping up immediately and gives you this feeling, like a great moment in your life?
So many. But for me, one of the most important moments was that my last son was born 26 years ago in the car with only me and my wife on the way to the hospital. And I still thank God that he made it. That was a very difficult situation for me. I was very terrified.
Yeah. But also, I believe so. The luck afterwards and the happiness was huge.
Yes. So, and that was, of course, what you were talking about. That feeling of wow.
Yeah.
He survived. We survived as a family. That he survived. That was
that's great.
Amazing.
So let's go for the last question now,
Yeah.
and this is the most important for every new coming up musician, maybe practicing a lot, studying, whatever. What would be your best advice to give for a lifetime advice for every musician out there, maybe hoping, wishing, dreaming to become something?
Well, let me tell you, you are already something. Becoming what you are is the most important thing in life.
Yeah.
So if it comes to you, and it comes at a natural way, that is how you should live your life. And if you chase something like you chase a career, I understand that we see so many young violinists, pianists, conductors having an incredible career, and I see also at the same time a lot of young people getting very nervous about that. But this is a natural thing, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, don't get too nervous about it yet. I think that
don't force also.
No, and the other thing is that I think the road to heaven is maybe more beautiful than heaven itself. So just being on the road with your music making is actually being there.
Yeah. And I loved actually at the beginning you said you are already something.
Yes,
and
of
this
course.
is important because
everybody is something.
Yeah, but why I say this, why I point this out a little bit is I see often people, they are struggling and they tell themselves they want to become something. And what you said is so right.
Yeah.
Folks out there, you are already something. You just need to keep on believing in it and follow the road.
And love what you do.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to perform with you. I'm looking forward for
Me
the last
too.
concert.
In 10 minutes.
And
we better hurry.
yes. And I really hope to see you soon back.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.